Peter Tork is still... is Peter still on the line, Peter? Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Bless you, sir. Now, listen, do you mind talking about the Monkees? Obviously, they're a big thing, but there have been periods in your life when you've kind of not wanted to talk about them, haven't there?
True. Yes, there have been such periods, and it is no longer the case. I am quite willing to talk about the Monkees. I really do want people to come to see the show that I'm doing these days. I hope I get a chance to do it in the UK and Ireland.
Well done.
But no, there's no problem talking about the Monkees. I enjoy it. I actually think that we made a contribution, and I was glad to be part of it.
Hey, man, listen, Head is the greatest film ever. You know that.
No, actually, I did not know that.
Oh, you come on. Head is nobody ever lends money to a man with a sense of humour.
That I've heard.
Yes,
but I did not know that Head was one of the great.
How disappointed... let me be a bit self-indulgent. How gutted were you when Head flopped when it came out? Because it is a work of art.
Well, I was not shattered, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Partly because I could almost see it coming. The producers got a little self-indulgent and forgot the nature of the game they were playing.
Just a bit.
They began actually to market a Head. What it wound up being is they marketed a Head movie, a movie for freaks as we were then.
Yeah.
To the kids, and the freaks weren't interested in a movie for kids, and the kids weren't interested in a movie for freaks.
Yeah.
And so we came out a bit on the short end of both ends of that stick, and that might have been foreseen if those guys had were a little less self-indulgent. The Monkees sort of thing had run its course as far as they were concerned, and there really wasn't anybody else was going to see to it. The four of us were not equipped to operate that phenomenon ourselves. We really were. I mean, we came a long way. We started off as four young actors and/or singers, musicians, on the streets. Really hippie kids on the streets.
Well, you used to hang out with Stephen Stills and Mama Cass and people like that.
I did. Richie Havens and Roger McGuinn, then Jim McGuinn of the Byrds, and those guys all were on the streets of Greenwich Village. Tim Harden. When
you became, Peter Tork of the Manufactured Monkees, did all those serious musos like McGuinn and Stills, did they kind of look down on you a bit and turn their back on you?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think all of those guys, including the Beatles, who had some things to say about us.
Yes.
I think they all saw us for what we were. Here's the thing about that kind of thing, Ian. People who are secure in their own lives and their own work don't need to denigrate others. If it doesn't work for you, leave it alone. That's the way to go. That's all anybody can say, really.
Yeah.
And those people who have got to make sure that everybody knows how awful they are people who themselves are scared to death that they are awful.
Mm.
And Mama Cass and John Lennon and those guys didn't have any need to make sure that everybody knew that they knew that we were awful people.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that,
Yeah.
Lennon saw us as the Marx Brothers, in a sense, and that was a fair assessment from his point of view. And Cass, I know Cass very well, and she saw me and what I was doing and what it was about, and she understood my conflict, too, for that matter, you know, and she had a lot of sympathy. So, no, nobody else looked down on us. Janis Joplin was a fan, for crying out loud, and Jimi understood it. Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix opened for the Monkees for 12 concerts. What the hell was that about?
Of all improbable combinations.
That's insanity.
Well, it was not insanity for me. I got to listen to the lad night after night.
Is it true that in front of 12,000 Screaming Monkey fans, he stuck his finger up and walked off stage?
Yep.
Wow.
The thing about Jimmy that nobody... I heard somebody say, well, he was, made a lot of noise with his guitar, and that's really what it was all about was bombast and pyrotechnics. And I can tell you from listening to the man night after night that the guy was a fabulous musician.
Yeah.
He had such musicianship, really. And you didn't know that until you heard him regularly. He was just a wonderful musician, and it was a glory to be there with him. I'm
Peter,
sorry
I've got another question for you. This is from Mike from Tring. Hang on a second.
Hello. I'm wondering if you can I wonder if you can tell me. Do you think that it would be better to have a lot more Mike from Tring on the radio?
Oh, he wants to know if there should be more of him on the radio, Peter. Sorry.
More of him on the radio?
Yeah.
I would say absolutely.
Okay, fine. Well, your word goes. Now listen, I've seen the Monkees quite a few times. I didn't see you the first time you came over on your own, about maybe 8 years ago, because you were playing at the Borderline Club, and I was on another radio station.
Oh, that was when I was. Yeah, that was with James,
Yeah.
and our friend Chris Conway was on it with us.
I made a joke on another radio station that Sid Barrett was going to be playing at the Borderline, and the Borderline got like 1,000 phone calls, and they banned me from ever going there. And this was the week that you were going to be there, so I didn't get to see you, but I saw the Monkees at the Royal Albert Hall.
You said Sid Barrett?
Yeah, I made... No, not instead of you. I was making a joke. No, I wasn't saying it in no reference to you whatsoever. But by coincidence, that week, the week they banned me, was the week that you...
I got it.
You turned up. Yeah. But so I saw you... I saw the Monkees at the Royal Albert Hall, House with Odeon, and a couple of other gigs. But then I went to see the Monkees a couple of years ago. It's just Mickey and Davey.
Yeah, they tried to do that for a little while. That doesn't work.
There were rumours there were rumours on the internet that they sacked you.
Well, I quit, and then they said, you can't quit, you're fired.
All right, it was like that, was it? That's a bit weird, isn't it?
That, you know. Yeah, I actually, I needed to quit. I thought I needed to quit. Again, this is a case where, what was happening at the time is not what I now know was happening.
Right.
And I was, I'm awfully slow sometimes. I think I'm a sharp guy in a lot of ways, but sometimes I just am so slow as to be totally sickening, and it takes me sometimes months, if not years, to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Much less what others are doing to me or around me. I mean, I'm always ready to take offense or something, but to see the actual, the actual currents of and the pressures and influences, that takes me a little while. So I walked off, basically, and I told them, look, I'm going to...
put the Schlaffenburger away.
I'm not eating the Schlaffenburger. I'm just got a frog in my throat.
Oh, okay, fine. In that case, that's fine.
I told them that I was going to honor the contract. We had 30 more dates that we were under contract to do.
Yeah.
And those two guys, they waited until we made a DVD of the show, and then there were 2 shows left on the contract, and they said, you can't come to those shows.
No!
That's those guys.
That's not good.
That was a little silly.
Yeah.
But we did get a DVD out of it, and it's not a bad DVD. I mean, we did put on a pretty good show, I do believe. This is one of the other things about the Monkees. I have to say that doing live shows with those guys, was a joy.
Yeah.
They are such good showmen and so funny and so talented, and the musicality. I mean, it was really musical and it was really funny. It was just
they were cracking shows. Very quickly, it's the 40th anniversary of the Monkees.
Yep.
40 flipping years.
That's right.
Is anything happening, or is it just going to kind of just pass us by?
It's going to go by with a whisper, not a bang.
Oh, that's a shame.
Not going to, there are no plans, and everybody has said no.
Okay.
Except me.
Bless you.
But I can't go out as the fans.
The monkey.
The fans call the 3. Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? The fans call the 3 of us the 3 keys, and the 4 of us the 4 keys. Mickey and Davey went out as the 2 keys, which didn't work, and I'm not going out as the 1 key.
No, the 1 key. That doesn't quite work. Hey, how many times have you played this song? You must have played that about 60,000 times.
No, 45.
Oh, you've kept a tally as a notch on your guitar.
It's been 45,000 times, and you know what's one of the great joys for me, Ian? I take my pleasures where I can find them. That's actually my hand on the piano you're listening to.
Apparently so, yes. I've heard this.
And so it's, and when Anne Murray came out with a cover of that song, and they played that same lick, I had a little glow of satisfaction. They copped my lick.
Well done. Hey, listen, Peter, we've got to go in a minute. Very quickly, what do I have to do to get you over in this country?
Well, you can go on my website, and there's the manager's agent's name, and make us an offer, damn it.
Oh, man, I've got no money. What's the website? It's petertork.net.
No, com.
.com, petertork.com. And you can get your CDs and stuff on there as well, can't you?
Yeah, through links of one sort or another, and if it's not directly there, then go exploring. You'll find it. Go walkies, as you guys say.
Bless you. Peter, listen, man, it's an absolute honour, and I want you to know I'm not just one of those interviewees, oh, brilliant, we've got one of the Monkees. Genuinely, I'm a massive fan of you and of the group and everything you do, man. I think you're fantastic.
Ian, it's a pleasure to talk to you, and thanks very much for your kind words, and can I have my Schaffenburger now?
Yes, enjoy your Schaffenburger.
I'll talk to you later.
Bless you, man. Take care. Bye-bye. And, of course, he can come and stay at my flat anytime he wants. Oh, man, I can't talk for a minute. Let's just play this for a minute.